Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mad Dog with another video. So, in today's video, I thought I'd do a little, I would say, an opinion piece, one that I've been wanting to do for a while. And also, by the way, I do have a new microphone versus using my Turtle Beaches, so let me know how these come out. Hopefully they come out pretty good, so we'll see. Anyway, in today's video, I wanted to do something just a little bit different. In 2021, is the Xbox One X still worth the purchase? I mean, if you already have one, have you been happy with the purchase? The console did come out in 2017, and well, I did buy one about last year, and I should be ashamed to say, just for PSO2. Well, more games now that I've been playing more. You know, with Series X and even S, extremely hard to come by. Well, I wouldn't say extremely hard, people are still getting them, as well as PS5s, but that's for a whole other video today, I'm pretty sure. I wanted to answer just, a few questions that have just been racing through my head, that if you're wanting to buy an Xbox One X, since they're more easier to get than the Series S or Series X. So let's just discuss that today. So, only reason why you would actually buy an Xbox One X, people would think, would be, just for the 4K, which is really nice to have really good 4K, and a lot of the games that are Series S and X optimized are going to be Xbox One X optimized. So if you have a baseline Xbox One, or even a baseline, or not baseline, an Xbox One S, off of those two, the Series S can still do 4K video, and that's like Netflix and YouTube and such, so it can still do that really well. But as for games, you can get really high 1080p and stuff like that. But if you can't find a Series S or a Series X, I would say the Xbox One X, can get you through the rest of 2021 and 2022. But as time goes by, a lot of the games will be, next gen, or current gen, I should say, exclusive. So if you're going to be sitting on an Xbox One S, or even just original Xbox One, it might be worth it just to update or upgrade to the Series S. Even it's a cheaper price line at $299. So if people were just wanting a console like that, it's more affordable. But of course, more sought after. You got next gen level performance at a very reasonable price. So people are just scouring, if they're on their original Xbox One, how their gameplay is going to look and stuff like that. Again, I currently play on Xbox One X, and right now I have no problem with gameplay. I remember when Cyberpunk 2077 released, and PS4 was terrible and Xbox One was terrible, to a degree. But I was playing on the Xbox One X, so it wasn't true 4K at times, and I would say a lot of the times it really wasn't. But the game ran very stable. It ran really well, for me at least. And of course, I had crashes, I had performance dips and such like that. It was pretty unoptimized, and well, they could have delayed it, another time or so. They just went ahead and released it. But that's my point I'm making here. If you do have like an original Xbox One, or even the Xbox One S, you can pick up an Xbox One X. You can find it relatively cheap. Of course, I bought mine at full price, but you can find them, your local marketplace, your Facebook marketplace and stuff like that. You can find them used everywhere, but as people are price gouging the hell out of the Series X and the S right now, an Xbox One X, might just be that reasonable option right now. A lot of people, I know a couple of friends who couldn't find an Xbox Series X or an S, and they just decided, I'm gonna wait a full year and gonna keep using my Xbox One X. It's not terrible. You get 4K gaming. You don't get it at 60 frames per second at times, but right now on PSO2 New Genesis, it's 4K 60 on Xbox One X. Of course, the frame rate dips quite a bit, but when I get the gameplay and I get it stable as I want, the gameplay just runs solid, and I have no complaints. So my purchase last February, was pretty justifiable. People were telling me just to wait for the Series X, but I knew these problems were going to happen with shortages and everyone price gouging. I got close to the point when I was gonna buy a Series X for like $800 because I could not find them anywhere. And I'm really glad I didn't, because that would have been a huge waste of money. So, if anyone out there, don't support the scalpers. I mean, they bought their consoles, they probably stockpiled their consoles, and now they're selling them for $700-800 just to make a buck. You know, even if you get desperate, just don't. I would say just wait. The supply is gonna eventually keep up with demand, eventually, and everyone's gonna get their consoles. And that's one reason why I don't have an Xbox Series X right now. It's just I will not pay those scalpers prices. It's just ludicrous. It reminds me of the Sanrio Animal Crossing cards when I tried to buy a pack, and of course, being Nintendo, as always, something to do with Nintendo and Animal Crossing, you know that can never be good. People were price gouging them. The cards were what, $5 or $10, and you see them on eBay for $50-60, and I don't understand it. It's ridiculous. And what's sad is that people paid that price. It's sad because Nintendo releases stuff that everyone loves. Animal Crossing was hot, especially during the pandemic. And when everyone was stuck at home, the Nintendo Switch, your video game consoles in general, were your best friend. And Nintendo's like, let's just do something very limited. And, you know, hopefully people will buy them. So unprepared, and then, you know, scalpers went to town. So that's how I feel about the new consoles. Scalpers are still going to town, and they're still selling those PS5s and selling those Series X's and S's at like really high prices. So that's why I'm still playing on my One X. Just simply that point. I will not bow down to buying a console that's only $500 that someone wants to sell for $700, $800, $900 to prey on people's want for the new consoles, and there's no supply. So I hope this video really helped. The gameplay in the background's all done off my Series X. It's not in 4K, it's in 1080, because of course my computer sucks. And well, hopefully it'll give you just, you know, an idea of how, you know, good these games will still look in 2021. So if you're unable to get a Series X or a Series S right now, either or, and you have an original Xbox One, and you want it to last you maybe another 1 or 2 years even, grab a Xbox One X. If you can find it decently priced, I'd go ahead and grab it. It'll be a nice welcome addition, especially if you have a 4K TV. You're really missing out on some really good visuals. Movies alone will look great, and you'll get that nice performance boost on pretty much any game you plug into your Xbox and play. It's really nice addition, and you know, you get that nice feeling of having the most powerful console at its time. So in my opinion, if you have the means and you can find it decently, pick one up. If you already have an Xbox One S, I would give it a huge maybe. If 4K gaming is your thing and you can't find a Series X or an S, and if you've got the spare coin, you can find one $300 or so. I see them all the time for $299, $399. Wholesalers are trying to get rid of them. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. See you guys next time. Peace.